Deutsche Bank under CEO Josef Ackermann has done it. The Quandt family, which owns BMW, regularly does it. And Daimler CEO Dieter Zetsche is someone else who has repeatedly done it. Major German corporations and their bosses routinely make sizable contributions to political parties. Sometimes as private individuals, sometimes as corporate heads, and it's all completely legal.
For
parties, donations are important. First, for the very practical reason that they need funding to do their work. It also provides a link between the political parties and the society for which and in which they work.
A link which works particularly well for the parties currently in government. Last year, the CDU and FDP received over 5 million euros alone through big single donations. That's about 10 times the amount received by the opposition parties.
Donations involving very large sums of money always smack of corruption. Companies do not tend to hand over significant amounts of money without having some kind of agenda. So really, it would be reasonable to ban major donations completely and follow the example of many other Western democracies.
Hans Herbert von Arnim is one of the most outspoken critics of the German political party system, especially when it comes to financing. The parties basically get their funds from 3 sources: individual donations, which account for up to 1/3 of revenue, membership dues, which have become less significant as party membership decreases, and public funding, which accounts for the biggest chunk, up to a maximum of 130 million euros.
Public funding was introduced precisely because critical associations were made with the big corporate donations. So the plan was to introduce state financing and then ban donations. But people just forgot about the second part of the deal.
There have been repeated scandals over party donations. In 1981, it emerged that the Flick business empire had paid off politicians throughout the 1970s to secure tax exemptions. The CDU and FDP were forced to admit they had secret accounts for undeclared donations. The Social Democrats also hit the headlines when it emerged that their Cologne branch had accepted bribes from a garbage disposal firm and relabeled them as donations. But the biggest scandal to date came in 1999, when former Chancellor Helmut Kohl admitted accepting donations worth millions. He then refused to name the donors.
I have said very clearly regarding the donors for the years 1993 to 1998. I gave them my word, and I do not intend to break it. I will not reveal their names.
Each scandal was followed by changes to the law for greater transparency. German law is liberal in comparison to other countries. Only donations over 50,000 euros have to be immediately declared. Questions were raised when one such donation, totaling millions, was made by a hotel chain last year, just before the government passed a cut in the value-added tax for hotels.
Nobody covered anything up. It was all open and transparent. So I think the connection that's being made is not legitimate.
This doesn't work. If it's leading to confusion, then we need to change the rules so that all donations over 25,000 euros are declared. We think donations should be limited to 100,000 euros per donation, per party, per year.
A proposal that doesn't have much support in Parliament right now, because not surprisingly, the majority of parties are quite happy with the current arrangement.